This is a short video to describe my 4 Musicality tools, or the 4 options in my Musicality tools. These are freely available on the web at the URL brianavid.github.io/musicality-web, optionally /musicality.html. I will put that URL in the video description. So you can access this from any browser on any device, anywhere, and it gives you some tools for exercising your musicality or musicianship. And these are in 4 tabs along there. The simplest of them is recognize, and that's recognition of, for example, the interval between 2 notes. Down here you can select the intervals on which you wish to be tested. And then you go new, and it's played 2 notes as a chord. I'll repeat it. Is that a minor second? It is a minor second. Other things that you can ask to recognize are the mode and inversion of a chord. And I don't know. It's minor in second inversion, and I need to work on that. So that's the recognition options. For singing, you can sing the interval from a note. Select a comfortable range down here so that the note that you need to sing is in your own range. So if I can sing la 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 la, then basing it on E flats works well for me. If you have a different vocal range, then tweak this. Again, you've got a choice of intervals on which you want to be tested. Sing a whole tone below la, la, la. No, I sang a minor second. La, la, la. No, still got it wrong, but you get the idea. More difficult ones are to sing the top note of a chord. La. The bottom note of a chord. Do. No, I was out. But you get the idea. And the impossible ones, which are to sing above the top note of a chord. Sing a whole tone above the top note of that chord, and I'm not even going to attempt it. So that's recognizing intervals and chords, singing intervals relative to a note or a chord. For sequence, let's make this a bit simpler. It can ask you to sing a sequence, in this case of 8 notes in C major, and quite easy using stepwise notes. And that's an octave. La 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 la. But not usually that simple. La 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 la. This is the simplest difficulty, which is stepwise. you add triad leaps, then notes on the tonic triad can leap to any other note on the tonic triad. Like here we have an E going to a C. And in this case, it randomly didn't generate any triad leaps. Here I've gone from E to G, and thereafter it's stepwise. Random leaps are similar, but it can be from any note to any other note. Let's get a new one with random leaps. And there you've got E to G and D to G, then down to C. Becomes more difficult. Let's make this a little longer. And the most difficult is with some modal borrowing, which means partway through it may switch to a different mode. The modes that are available to you are major, which is what we've been using, the 3 minors and the 7 church modes, and it will randomly pick another mode for some of the sequence. So here we're in C major, but there's an E flat down here somewhere. And there's some interesting leaps as well. And the fourth tool is Transcribe, where it will generate a sequence as before and play it to you, and then you have to write it down, and it can play it at fast, medium or slow speed. If I go back to, say, triad leaps, keeping, let's go to D major. That's a D. So you need to write that down. If you need to hear it multiple times, just repeat it. And there is the answer. It's, as you can see, it's in D major. It's got F sharps in it. No modal borrowing because we're keeping it a fairly simple difficulty. And you can work on your transcription. So these are the 4 Musicality tools, and you can get them all on your browser at brianavid.github.io/musicality-web. And I hope it's of interest and use to you as it has been to me.